This book is called The Birthday Queen, and it's by Audrey and Don Wood. I love this book. This book is about the birthday queen who makes your birthday the best day of the entire year. At the end of the book, I think you'll see that the birthday queen just might remind you of someone you know. Happy birthday!
The Day That Crayons Quit by Drew Daywalt is one of my favorite books this year. It is the story of a little boy named Duncan who wants to color, but when he opens his crayon box, all he sees is a stack of letters written from all the different colors. Red is tired of only being used for Santa Clauses and fire trucks. Blue is tired of being the sky, and yellow is tired of being suns. So Duncan has an idea of a different way to use the colors. So he comes up with his own creative picture by using yellow as the sky and pink as a dinosaur and so on. I hope this gives you a new idea of how to use your crayons.
The Matchbook Diary by Paul Fleischman, illustrated by Bagram Ibatulin. This is one of my favorites of 2013. The story of a little girl and her great-grandfather. She asks him to tell her something about his life, and he gets out his matchbox diary, a box full of matchboxes, and in each matchbox is a memory. Perhaps it's a coin, or a ticket stub, or a photograph. Maybe it's a feather or a stone. Each of them represents a story in his life when he came to America as an immigrant and worked in all kinds of factories, when he worked in a fish processing plant and together with his family suffered tragedy and triumph. This is the story of his life told in these little bits of matter in the little tiny matchboxes. Together, it's the story of a little girl and her great-grandfather and their family history.
One of my favorite books of this year is Open This Little Book by Jessie Clausmeyer. This is illustrated by Susie Lee. One of the things I like about this book is it's so different. You open this little book and there's a little red book. And as you open each one, the character on the preceding page opens the next book. So this one is the ladybug who opens a little green book. And it goes so on until you've opened all of the books. And there's a little story in the middle of the rainbow book. And then after you get here, all of your friends close the books. Your child will have such fun learning their colors and playing with this book. Picture a Tree by Barbara Reed is one of my favorite new books. Barbara Reed has won awards such as the Ezra Jack Keats Award and is also being looked at for the Caldecott. The illustrations in this book are just beautiful. They're very unique and just make you feel as if you could actually reach out and touch them. This book inspires you to look at trees of all kinds in different ways. You might look at a tree differently than you ever have before, such as imagining a pirate ship, a bear cave, a clubhouse, or even a friend. I hope you enjoy this book as much as I have.
Sometimes there are books that you read that just make you laugh out loud, and that's what happened when I read Unicorn Thinks He's Pretty Great by Bob Shea. This is the story of Goat, who thinks he's pretty special until Unicorn shows up, and then he wonders, how can I compete with the unicorn? But in the end, he realizes that he is special because he can do things that unicorns can't. I love the message of the story, and it is just quirky enough that my junior high kids loved it just as much as my elementary students did.
Flora and Ulysses by Kate D. Camilla. What would happen if a squirrel got sucked up in a fantastic vacuum cleaner and then came out alive? Do you think it would change his life? Why, it might even change the world. This is a story of Flora and that famous squirrel, Ulysses, who not only is able to write beautiful poetry, but he is also able to straighten out some very strange occurrences in Flora's world and actually save the world.